I've toured thousands of houses in Arlington, and the one we're about to go in may be one of the most unique houses that I've seen, at least for Arlington. So it's a mid-century modern house. It was built in 1952, and if you like natural light, you're gonna love this house. So this house is set in Dover Crystal, and it's a great neighborhood. If you're not familiar with Dover Crystal, it kind of flies under the radar. It's very close to DC, so if a commute to DC is really important to you, you're probably only about 10 to 15 minutes into DC, but we're also in North Arlington, so highly rated schools. This one feeds into Taylor Elementary, Dorothy Ham Middle School, and Yorktown. Those boundaries do shift, so definitely look that up. But again, let's just walk up. There's so many outdoor spaces. You know, again, as I was mentioning, natural light. The owners, they bought this house. It was the original mid-century modern design, and they really added a lot. And we'll point out the things that they added to it to really maintain that history, you know, and style. But just the hardscaping. And this is another rare thing about this house. This is on 0.57 acres, which is like unheard of in Arlington. Again, that's where it just feels very natural. It feels very private. You're also up from the street, which again, just creates all these unique aspects, feels, again, very private. And this is the front of the house. And you know, one of the things with these mid-century houses that's so cool is they have these, the way it's constructed, these overhangs, and that's done intentionally from a temperature control standpoint. So in the winter months when the sun is lower, you're gonna get more sunlight into the house. It's gonna warm the house. And then in the winter, the reverse. In the winter, when the sun is lower, you'll get more heat. And then in the summer, when it's higher, these overhangs kind of block the sunlight in, keeping the house cooler. But again, isn't this just an amazing, entertaining space? You have the deck over here that really, I mean, you could sit and enjoy, and this is not even the backyard. So this is a great outdoor space from an Arlington perspective. But again, for $2.9 million, let's go see what this has inside. So, great front door. And this is honestly, one of the aspects that you just have to really just stand here and admire when you come in this house. So originally, this was the old exterior of the house, and these are actually the original sliding doors that would take you into sort of like a atrium in the center of the house, and there didn't used to be a roof right there, but these are fully functioning. I don't want to really move them because I don't want to break them. But you know, this is one of the aspects that the owners did to really make this kind of like the heart of the house. They installed the roof. And, you know, it's again just so much natural light. And as we go over here, you know, because again, it's all about entertaining, open. You know, each space is open, but it's closed at the same time. Floor-to-ceiling windows. I mean, we were just outside, so why not go outside again? Very private again, 0.57 acres of land, and just designed beautifully. All these different terraces. You know, they used to have a hot tub right here, and this is how much like the owners spared no expense. Now it's a fire pit because when this house next door was being built, they wanted more privacy. So they actually moved it down a step, and I'll hop down here. But yeah, again, it doesn't feel like we're in Arlington. You know, we're only 10 minutes from DC, and this is where, again, very, very expensive. Again, the hardscaping in this house alone would cost several $100,000 if you did it again. But the hot tub here, you know, at least my vote, this is probably one of the nicest sheds in Arlington. So, but again, they did it in a way to keep the design. They didn't spare any expense, which is really, really cool. And again, the same thing with the overhangs up here, designed intentionally from a heating and cooling standpoint. But then you also have, again, a really nice backyard. For Arlington standards, this is actually pretty decent, you know, so, but something very peaceful that you don't really see too often in Arlington. But, you know, actually in the winter, when it's not as green, you actually can have views of Roslyn, the National Cathedral, which just really makes it special. And again, just awesome outdoor space. But as we go back inside, again, you can enter through different, you know, either this main living room or living room over here. We have concrete floors. I mean, just even the doors. Again, I don't want to touch them because I don't want to break them, but you know, can fully enclose, keeping up with the architecture. And all the furniture as well is it's not included, but can be included at a certain price, all with the architecture in mind. So it kind of almost feels like you're transported back in time And again, it's just so refreshing to be in a house like this in Arlington, because again, everything typically, and at this price point, it's just that new Craftsman, that's 6,000 square feet. There's not too much intention behind this, where everything was really laid out with a purpose and so much natural light. One aspect, we've only been in the house for a short bit of time, and I don't know how it's on camera, but very little lights are on right now. This is all natural light, which is, again, really, really cool. I mean, come on, can you imagine eating Thanksgiving here, and obviously the trees would be down, but just so much natural light. And since you're so elevated, it's just, there's so much privacy. And for instance, again, I was mentioning about that house being built next door. The owners, instead of just putting curtains or things up, they custom built this wood slat, window treatment to, block out the neighbors. And as we head into the kitchen, again, with the theme of natural light, these skylights, I love light. Skylights are probably some of the coolest skylights that I've seen. These domed, circular skylights, and also, has the ability that you can move, which is so cool to filter the light, but just makes the space very inviting. Obviously, this is going to be definitely more closed off than your traditional house that you would see in Arlington. But again, going with the stainless steel countertops, still very functional, kind of tucked away from the house, but again, all part of the design at that time, a true 1952 house. But again, it just, while this is a small space, it feels so inviting because, the size of the windows, and, you could be entertaining. Truly, if you'd like to entertain, this is a great house. And, I'm not going to open up all the drawers and cabinets and stuff like that, but all designed for function. And I think that, we can go downstairs. We're going to go downstairs and show other aspects of the house too. There's just so many nooks and crannies that really just maximize the space. Again, this is probably the nicest Swiffer closet that I've ever seen. But, close that. Go here. Got a half bath in that room. And then as we go towards the bedrooms of the house, again, just the natural, like the indoor-outdoor feel of just bringing the materials through. You have bamboo wood floors. Could be another bedroom. They use this as an office. But again, it's just the indoor-outdoor, the light that comes in from the windows just makes a really inviting space. And the colors of the wood, everything, again, was done so intentional. That makes it really special. Again, this mid-century modern, as I was saying, design outside is just so rare, and that's why we wanted to feature it, because you really just don't see anything like this in Arlington. And that's where actually I think it brings up a good point. A home is subjective. The value of a home is really what somebody's willing to pay for it. A house like this, it doesn't really have a comp, because again, there's just not too many houses. So I think that's where, when you're buying something, it's usually based on supply and demand, but at the end of the day, it's what someone's willing to pay for it. So we have another bedroom in here, keeping up with the design. Nothing too fancy, but again, no lights are on and tons of natural light. Very private. You barely see other houses. That makes you, again, just feel very secluded. Another bathroom, again, no lights are on here. With the design, a lot of wood elements throughout the house, and not much to it, but really, really cool. I believe this is granite. Love the texture and the veining of the stone. Then we have a guest suite in here, which again, very consistent with the design. Lots of natural light on both sides. No lights, again, it's just bamboo floors. Really, really great. But let's go check out the primary suite over here. Again, with this skylight dome. I mean, again, no lights. Yeah, very little lights. Okay, you have some lights in the bathroom, but it's just like you're walking in, and it is a sunny day today, but again, with the skylight, it's pretty cool that you can slide that. And then with the design, this is actually where the bathroom is. And again, it's just privacy. No room is too big, no room is too small. It's very intentional. You have the fireplace, which is a wood-burning fireplace. And these bamboo floors as well, just stained differently. And then you have the natural stone material again, I feel like this house is just the mixture of nature and convenience. Just again, it almost feels like the house is just one. It's like, again, I can't put words to it, but just one with nature, I should say. But again, freestanding tub and unique frosted glass shower. So see you guys later. All right, let's go downstairs. Some really unique aspects of the house. Again, it doesn't really feel like a basement. Technically, it's not. All the square footage is above grade. In this house, you have 6 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, over 5,000 square feet. It's probably one of the, again, it's technically not a basement, but I would say one of the nicer lower levels that you'll see. Again, with the floor-to-ceiling windows, unique fireplaces, wood elements throughout the house. We can go in here, just, full bathroom. Another office could be used as a bedroom. They have a Murphy bed. Again, just the unique, just because of the windows, the natural light, just the indoor-outdoor feel, just makes a really special space that makes you want to be in the home. You have one additional bedroom in here with a full bath. Again, very consistent, very thoughtful with all of the lighting, all of the shelving, done through a very similar design and keeping with the trend. So as we head into what the owners call as their speakeasy, which is really unique and cool. Obviously, lower light. The rest of the house has so much natural light. This part obviously doesn't. But again, this is where when they would entertain, they would bring people down here. Again, they called it their speakeasy, a place where they could connect and really escape the natural light that exists. There's not too much fancy things in here. You have another aspect, just the motion censored lights that come on, your washer and dryer, your laundry room. Again, with the stainless steel accents, nothing that they brought into this house feels current. It feels again like you're being transported, 70 years ago. I think that's 60 to 70 years ago, if my math is correct. This is really cool when I came in here. So now we're entering in the gym space. This is actually technically a full bathroom. So you have your toilet, your vanity right here, but the floor right here is actually for a shower. So if you flip around, you go into the gym space, this actually is your shower head, door comes out. You don't see anything like this in Arlington. This is like fully custom, just the way they were able to use the space. Oh, you know what? We want a little bit more privacy, pulling the door over here. It's just really thoughtful design. You don't really see it nowadays. Everything is built so cheaply now and so quick to make money. But again, to close off for the bathroom. Again, I don't want to break anything, but bathroom is gone. It's just, so while this house may not be as big as some of the other houses at this price point, one, the design is unique, but it's designed in such a way that, all of the space, is so thoughtfully laid out that while, again, it's smaller, it's actually more usable in a lot of ways because things have dual purpose. And then, okay, I don't want to use this space anymore. I don't want to use the bathroom. Close this up, and now the gym space for a relatively small space feels so much bigger. But we'll head back outside and we could talk a little bit more details about the house and our thoughts on the neighborhood. And but yeah, really cool. And but yeah. All right, so let's go out this way. So again, there's so many different ways of going outside this house. You know, most houses have like, you know, a front door, a back door. I think there's probably like, I mean, I can't even count. There's probably like 6 or 7 different ways to get outside. You know, again, you have a really long driveway, which again, that's super rare in Arlington. It's probably actually one of the longest driveways I've seen in Arlington, because most driveways are just right to the house in the front of the street. Again, it's just the moment that you pull up to this, you're just taken back, because one, it's so unique, but two, again, the ultimate design. And just walking around here, even, you know, for the last hour, just the level of detail, every aspect of this house goes together. You know, from the wood features on the exterior of the house and stone that's carried through the inside of the house, you know, and like the stainless steel accents with the shelving and the kitchen, everything is tied together. Here's another outdoor space. We can probably leave with this, a grilling area. You know, you come right down off the kitchen. Again, it's private. For Arlington standards, this would be a really nice backyard. This is a really nice, you know, backyard space. That's actually a kind of cool feature. I think this is just like a sculpture, but you have like an old well pump right there as well. Again, just keeping with the times. But the landscaping, the hardscaping, again, for $2.9 million, this is definitely a rare find. You know, this house I know for sure is not for everybody. We'll definitely feature a lot more houses in the area, more, I would say, craftsman or traditional for this area, but it is refreshing to come and see a house like this, because you just don't see it too often, and it's a shame. You know, because in Arlington, what you're really paying for, you know, and one of the reasons this is $2.9 million, you know, if you're in other parts of the country, you're paying for the close proximity to DC. You know, we're only 10 minutes from the metro here and the restaurants and everything, even though you're in nature. And, you know, while half an acre doesn't feel like it's that much land, in Arlington, that's double, sometimes triple what most lots are in this area. So you really do feel secluded in the way everything is so thoughtfully designed. It really feels like you're one with nature here, even though maybe you can hear the planes or the city energy. It's a great aspect. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. You can hit the follow button and subscribe to be notified of future videos with the bell icon. Again, my name was Blake Davenport. I'm at TTR Sotheby's Davenport Group, who were the #1 team in Arlington by sales volume in 2025. So we explore and go in a lot of Arlington houses, probably more than any other team or agent in the area. And so it's really our pleasure and honor to showcase these different unique houses, because they really do need a channel to be exposed to the broader public. And if you have any questions about buying or selling in Arlington or the surrounding area in DC Metro, love to give you opinion and advice, because as I was saying earlier, you know, the value of a home is what someone's willing to pay. And, you know, at least from a buying perspective or selling, people buy because of emotion, and that's where someone's willing to pay so much more price per square foot with this house than another house, because of the emotion. And I think there's a lot of things that we can do to evoke that emotion in your home. You know, but now I'm just rambling, but hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.